Is there such a thing as the world's perfect workout? And if it did exist, what would it actually look like? I think for most people, workouts, they're siloed. We lift weights for strength. We go for a run or hit the bike for cardio. We might do yoga for mobility. And that's fine, but what if there was a way to combine all three? So something that real people could do multiple days a week without spending 3 hours in the gym. Well, it would have to do three things. Build muscle, because more lean muscle equals better strength, fat loss, and longevity. Improve cardiovascular health, so we're not just strong, but we're also conditioned. And then enhance mobility, so our body moves the way it's supposed to, which is hopefully keeping us pain-free and powerful. And if this did exist, I couldn't find it. So we created it. We call it Super 7. And I'm pumped, no pun intended, to share it with you. I have a junior in high school and I help coach his high school football team. And just last week, we sat down with the Cleveland Browns strength and conditioning coach. And he told us something that completely confirmed what I'd been thinking for years. That NFL teams are completely changing the way they train their athletes. So the goal is to help these guys get bigger, stronger, and faster. But the way they're doing it, it's different than what most people are doing in the gym that you're going to. You see, for decades, strength training followed the same formula, 3 sets of 10 reps. But the science started to show that's not the best way to get stronger or build muscle efficiently. The best reps in any set are actually the first 2 or 3. This is where our fast twitch fibers, they're gonna fire at full force, where we create the most muscle activation and where we push the most weight with proper form. By the time we're hitting 8, 9, and 10 in a set, we're just surviving. Our form could break down, fatigue sets in, we're not maximizing growth. So instead of 3 sets of 10, pro teams are shifting to more sets, fewer reps. We're talking 7 to 8 sets per exercise, but only 3 to 7 reps per set. That way you're always training at peak output. So more high quality reps, more strength, more muscle. So then what is Super 7? Well, that's this concept for everyone else in the world who might not be a professional athlete. So it's 7 sets per exercise because the volume does matter, but junk reps don't. And you're gonna keep your reps between 3 and 7, let's say up to 7 reps. So not too high, not too low, just enough for strength and hypertrophy. And we're gonna want multiple movements in a circuit. So this is key. So you can do Super 7 a few different ways. So if we look at like 72, we're gonna pick 2 exercises and then hit 7 sets each. And then 73 would be just adding an extra movement. So pick 3 movements and just cycle through those. Now, if you did a Super 77, you're gonna go all out with 7 different exercises, full body, high intensity. The key is how you move through it. This isn't a typical just do a set, rest for 2 minutes type of workout. We want to move from one exercise to another to another. So here's exactly how I do it. So let's say it's Monday, it's a chest focused day, upper body. So I pick 3 movements, could be chest, calves, and abs, for example. So I'm gonna do chest press, seated calf raises, and then the ab machine. So I'm not gonna stop between the exercises. I go right from chest press, straight to calves, then straight to abs. No wasted time, no waiting around. And by the time I finish my 7 sets of that 3 exercise circuit, I'm gonna move on to another set of 3 movements. So the first few reps of every set are gonna be the most effective for muscle growth. That's when our fast twitch fibers are at full force. So Super 7, it stacks those high quality reps set after set. Most people, they separate strength and cardio. They might lift for an hour and then hit the treadmill. But with Super 7, my heart rate is consistently way above 100, 120, 130, 140, because I'm moving between exercises nonstop. I'm getting all the cardiovascular benefits without all the extra time. And then the third big benefit is mobility and muscle lengthening. Because I think one of the biggest mistakes that people make in training, they focus only on the contraction, like the peaking. They're obsessed with this part of the rep, like bicep curling up, right? Chest pressing up, but they ignore the muscle lengthening, like when you're extending the arm that way. And real muscle growth happens in the stretch. It's called the eccentric phase. That's why in Super 7, every movement prioritizes this full range of motion. We're not just lifting the weight, we're actually controlling it down. We're stretching the muscle, keeping the tension. Time under tension, or constant load as we call it. And that's where you get the real growth, the real strength, and the real mobility benefits. So here's how you do it. You're gonna pick a body part and you're gonna do 7 sets for that body part. Reps, you're gonna do as low as 3 up to 7. I actually like 7 for growth and endurance. So go heavy, it's probably heavier than you're used to. And then you're gonna group these exercises in circuits, or you're gonna move through 2 or 3 movements at a time. So try it 1 month and stick to the method. 7 sets per exercise, 3 to 7 reps. You can do body weight or traditional weight. No wasted time, just move from one to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, and then see what happens. And I know that for some people, seeing is believing. I just talked conceptually about this workout, but you're gonna have to see how it actually works, what these movements are to get the real benefit. So to make this even easier on you, we built an app. We call it Super 7. It's gonna be available on the app stores, and really, I can't wait for you to check it out.